Welcome back, everybody, to my next movie review for you is John Wick 3. Now, I actually watched this back Monday, and this is the first chance I got to actually review this movie. So, John Wick 3 sees the return of Keanu Reeves as John Wick. We also have the return of Lawrence Fishburne in this movie. We also got Halle Berry that's in this movie as well, and plus many others. This movie is also a direct follow-on from the second one. So basically, the story is that at the end of the second one, he basically killed somebody in the hotel, kind of thing. And there are rules, and basically a bounty was put on his head of about $14 million for him to be killed because of the rules that he broke. So this movie pretty much carried on from where it finished from the second one. And I was expecting quite a lot from this movie, especially from reacting to the trailers, and to be honest with you, it didn't disappoint me in any way, shape or form. It was an entertaining watch. Storyline was not hard to follow. It was kind of a little bit predictable. I have to be honest, because when you've got hundreds and hundreds of people coming after you, you're always trying to think of a way of how to stop that. And it's kind of set out quite early, and you kind of get a grasp of what's going on. I'm not going to give too much away just in case you haven't seen it, but you will understand that. And it is a little bit predictable in this. Performances in here again from Keanu Reeves. I actually enjoyed it. I will add is that I do enjoy this movie, but I do not enjoy this movie as much as the first two. I don't know why. It's just mainly the first one, because it's they have to go. They did go all out on this one. I have to be honest with you. Some of the fight scenes in this are absolutely fucking amazing. I can't even deny that. They are so well choreographed, which I'm going to get into in a minute. And there's a couple of little bugbears with this movie I've got as well, which I'll get into. But as a whole, as a general, this movie is absolutely fantastic in every single way. The way this is shot, I really enjoyed. It is kind of fast paced. There are a few slower moments in here, but they're not too slow where you start to become bored. They are not brief slow moments. They are long enough to tell a bit more of a story to what's going on, but they don't shy away from the action for too long in this movie, which I think is actually a very good touch. Since this movie is mainly about an assassin who is a badass assassin who's been chased by hundreds and hundreds of other assassins and all that in there. And it's just it's just a very enjoyable watch. There is one main protagonist in this who is named the Auditor. That woman is honestly a very cold, calculated pain in the ass who will do pretty much anything to get debts paid. And there are certain things in this movie, you look at what they do to a couple of people for helping out John Wick. One of them's not so bad, the other one is quite severe, and you think, oh my god, he's gone. Shit. Great character. And then you get that sense that he's gone, and he's not, but it's just the way it is, all the way it's been set out. And she's good. She's very cold, like I said. She's very cold. She's very calculated, and you do develop quite a big dislike for her. I did very quickly. Let me put it like that. Which is the whole idea of a decent villain. If you got a dislike to a villain, it's all good. You don't get to see her perform much. She does have her flunkies, which then become one of the best parts of the movie towards the end, which I'll get into at the moment, later on. But just in general, as she was pretty good. She's not the best in there. She's not the best in any way, shape, or form, but she's pretty good. Fight scenes in this, absolutely fantastic. Again, it's exactly what I kind of expected. There's a great scene with all the knives in this movie near the beginning part of this movie, and I actually really enjoyed that fight scene. Other fight scenes with the bikes, and then I'll go on to the fight scene at the very end, penultimate fight scene at the end, which actually has some comedic elements in it in a moment. There was only one bugbear with me, is the part of when Halle Berry was in there. I did kind of like her performance. I don't think she was suited for the role as such, but I did kind of like it. When she turned badass, you go, fuck yeah. But there were a couple of scenes in there where she was like reloading a gun, and there was a guy there, and it's going, that guy could have shot you by now. It just seemed to be very delayed in killing somebody with her in certain respects. It's just like, that guy could have killed you. He's still alive. Could have killed you. And that's just one of the bugbears there. Other things, well, to be fair, that's probably the only bugbear I've got with this movie, to be honest. Other parts of this movie, I actually like the two dogs in there. They are aggressive and as vicious as fuck, and I would love to have seen a bit more of them, but I think they've done about as much as what they could do with them. There are a couple of brutal scenes in this as well, which I actually kind of enjoyed, where you actually go, ooh, that's going to sting, which is another good element of it. Now I'm going to move on to the end fight scene. Now I knew that this was going to be kind of on an epic kind of scale of some sort. There's a fight scene towards the end between John Wick and 3 Chinese guys. And what you get from this, you do get a comedic kind of feel towards this. Even though these guys are contracted to go and kill John Wick, there is a very good mutual respect for him. They respect who he is, but yet they're still going to have a go at killing him. And they just introduce a few little comedic points in there. One of them being, right at the end, is like, there's a line that said from one of the Chinese guys, he goes, "Good fight, right?" And the reply was, "Yeah." It's stuff like that. There is that mutual respect there, but yeah, they're still gonna have to fight. That's what made it very enjoyable. Yes, I also, other parts of this movie I do enjoy is the very end, which I'm not going to tell you about because it does set it up for a John Wick 4, which they have actually confirmed. But generally, as a whole, it is an entertaining, enjoyable watch. I don't find it as enjoyable as the first one, but the fight scenes in this are what make this movie. Like I said, the storyline is a little bit predictable. I have to admit, I figured out what was going to go on. I didn't see the very end bit coming, but it was kind of expected in a certain way as well. All in all, if I was to rate this, give this a Cook's rate, I'd go, yeah, fuck right, yeah, go and watch it. It's absolutely awesome. I'm sorry about these. I'm sorry there's no like 1 to 10 Cook's ratings anymore. This is the rating system I'm going to go for. I will honestly say my rating would be very enjoyable watch. Lots of badass killing in there. Lots of violence. Lots of fighting. Absolutely brilliant. Definitely worthy of the watch. So on that note, please tell me what you think. Put it in the comments down below. If you've seen this movie, put it in the comments down below. If you haven't seen this movie, watch the movie, come back, put it in the comments down below as normal. So on that note, I hope you all have a great rest of the day, whatever you're doing. Please take care and goodbye.